Ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 3 between Evil Geniuses Jaedong and Terminator. This is again from the not Fragbite Masters. This is actually from the Gfinity Spring Masters collection, if you will. And this one took place about a week ago in the UK. Now in the upper right hand corner, it is going to be Jaedong from Evil Geniuses, and in the lower left hand corner it's going to be Terminator, who I neglect. I don't know for the life of me which team he belongs to. Oh my god, this is the worst part of me. I should know, but I don't. I'm extremely sorry. I don't know which team he is a part of. But this is game number 3. The score is 1-1 for both of our players, and the winner of this advances, if you will, in their group. I wasn't actually paying attention to the brackets when I was casting these replays. I was just looking for something modern, something that had, what's the word I'm looking for? Just basically modern meta games, if you will. Modern Criterion games. Not something that was labeled as Grandmasters, but actually turned out to be some brawn kids playing and screwing around on GG Tracker. I wanted to cast some of the top level of play, and that's what I'm doing here with the Gfinity Spring Masters replays. And if you guys would so kindly, please just leave me some feedback in the comments below. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what I could do better. Things like that. In game number 2, I had a mistake because I was I was checking my cell phone, as you could plainly hear. But enough about that. We're gonna have Jaedong going for a bold opener. That's gonna be command center, command hatchery first. Command hatchery first. And Terminator is now moving out across the map to scout just what is coming from the tyrant himself. There it is. Hatch first. He will become akin to it. And he'll go into his opponent's main, and he'll see that, you know, the pool comes in a little bit late. At this point, he could potentially start a pylon and just make his opponent think he's doing a cannon rush. But I don't think he'll actually do something like that, no. I mean, the Overlord's just about to arrive at the natural. There's no forge here. He'll see that the Nexus is just about to finish up, and he'll know that it's not worth his time to actually pull drones or deal with any shenaniganry. In fact, I'd say if there was a fake pylon thrown down at this stage, he would know it's a bluff. So here we go. Third base is looking to be taken somewhat early by the Dong himself, and he's got the resources to take it. Droning up just a bit. Oh, wait a minute. He's not taking it. And the probe's going to come back and see that. Mind games. Here we go. So that natural command center, or excuse me, that natural command center, natural, guys, believe it or not, I play Zerg. That natural hatch just spawned 2 lings, and I think, like, something, I don't know, I just don't know what's going on here right now. I mean, Jaedong, he pulled the drone back. He is making his opponent think, okay, so what am I doing now? That kind of thing. The question is, what's in production? It's going to be 2 more queens. This has even me wondering what's going to happen. I don't know what's happening at this stage. Double gases at the natural. Jaedong's gonna move into his opponent's main for the time being? No, wait, he's not gonna move into... Okay, now he has to move into the main. He has to make the scout worthwhile. And it looks like for the time being he will do his best to make that viable. Both lings have been splattered already, however, and at this stage there's still no third. The double gases are there still at the natural. There's no Roach Warren to accompany this. There's no metabolic boost. There's nothing else. There's a third gas going down. I'm wondering, okay, right now, and even Terminator is wondering, what is going on here? There it is, finally. Roach Warren goes down. And an evolution chamber. Okay. And now the queens are doing their best to keep Terminator from scouting this. There's a Stargate on the way in the background, however. And I'm wondering just what... I mean, Terminator, he's got a plan behind this. I'm sure he knows what is coming from Jaedong, but I'm not able to read into this, and I play Zerg myself. I'm thinking, at best, like, all I can really say at this stage is it looks like it's going to be a +1 Glio Reconstitution timing attack. Look, there was some lag or some kind of technical issue. They had to resume from a replay. But at this stage, like, basically what's going to happen is +1 missile attacks is going to finish at more or less the same time that we're going to see Glio Reconstitution finish for those roaches, assuming that is Jaedong's ultimate goal. There we go. Meanwhile, the natural is just about fully saturated. We've got Gateway Tech about to finish up here, and we've got Void Rays being cranked out after that first Oracle has entered the battlefield. Mothership Core and a Zealot. Late third. Okay. I can't entirely identify why Jaedong decided to do this, except all I can really tell is that he wants strong roaches out on the map ASAP. That's why he did this. Perhaps he had some kind of intentions of going with an all-in, but it's not entirely clear. His opponent did, after all, spot slow leans being used quite effectively. That third, no, there's no saving it. There it is, it's cancelled. But his opponent saw that there was no third. He was 99% certain of that, so he basically right now is making him go just a little bit more defensive than he should. And I like the way he is actually putting those lings in position to abuse his opponent not having, I guess you could say, a fully defendable third. Now that there's a Void Ray here, it should be at least modestly defendable. Roaches about to have speed. Oh, I like this. But wait, they come back now. Glare Reconstitution, excuse me, Prismatic Alignment hasn't been activated yet. If necessary, the sentries here can use Force Fields to defend that. And Burrow is done. And guess what? Those are roaches that are going to rustle some jimmies. I do want to also note that there's nothing but roaches in production for the time being. There we go. He goes back to droning. And at this moment, oh my god, those roaches are in the main. They're doing so much in the way of harass. This is looking like something that can do a whole hell of a lot of damage. But right now, Jaedong is doing... What he's doing right now is he's exploiting his opponent's lack of detection the most. Finally, there is a forge down at the natural. There should be no more roaches getting in to the main. And now there's a cannon on the way at the main as well. But this third base, I think, is going to be the real target of the Dong's affection. Behind this, we see him going for Groove Spines, basically indicating he's going to be getting some Hydras into the mix to deal with whatever comes out of the Stargate. But what I love even more beyond this is that he's forcing his opponent to lose force fields. There's no more sentries here. Now, as I say that, 2 more warp in. But without them, it's going to be extremely difficult to make all this work. He could potentially target fire down that cannon. Looks like it won't happen. The natural, or at least the area behind it, should be approachable with those roaches. Harassable, if you will. But to this point, what I really like from the Dong is that he's forcing his opponent to stay at home, defy his forces. Things like that. Just things that really, really give Protoss a headache. There we go. He's moving back. At least with some of those roaches. And they're going to be accompanied by Hydras. But beyond that, this is beautiful. He actually secures the gold base. I like this move. Alright. Now we do have the Protoss production infrastructure getting up and online. These 4 roaches, this is a little bit painful as Protoss, really. Your opponent is forcing you to leave a valuable part of your army behind to deal with them if necessary. There's no tunneling clause that's going to be researched or anything else like that, but I'm sure once we have Terminator in a comfortable position, there we go. He's going to use Revelation to deal with these roaches. There we go. Boom. Alright. Even saves a Stalker. Doesn't lose anything after this point, which I like. Useless burrow there, but now a big engagement going down at the front lines. Nothing but Hydras versus Void Rays, Stalkers, and Sentries, of course. Now you've got the Mothership Core. It looks like, oh, it's gone. Okay, but I think, just maybe, Terminator's got what it takes to hold at this peculiar location. As I say that, however, we've got the Dong approaching 100 army supply, triple his own, as I say it. And now roaches are coming to reinforce as the brunt, the tank of this army, if you will. What's going to absorb all of the damage. There we go. Now, the Oracle's just been erased from this. The force fields are being executed magnificently as best as they can be. The Void Rays are falling out of the sky, and it just looks like this is coming closer and closer to no way, Jose, no return. Crossing the Rubicon for the Jaedong. There's looking like there's no winning this for Terminator as he plummets to 22 supply. We do have that excellent SimCity working to his advantage, however, and it just looks like it can only work so well at this point. We just got the third base. It was absolutely demolished, and then we had Terminator, his natural broken, and at this stage he types out the GG. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Benjamin Breaker Novotny, and I'll be back with another cast tomorrow. Right now I'm a little bit sleepy, so this cast might have been a little bit lackluster, so please forgive me.